Hey there everybody, thanks for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to go through what I think is one of the best carry case options of 2023 for your Warhammer army. Hey there everyone, thanks for sitting through that little intro. I'm just going to go through what I think is a good option for your army. I'm going to give you some instructions about how you can do it if you want to do it yourself. As you can see, it's just pretty simple. This is kind of like the ones I've been using. I have 3 of these right now. What it is like a underbed storage container with a metal tray, and then all my models are magnetized. So I can just slot them all straight down onto metal, carry them around. I've painted it up with these cool, little little designs on here, just to give it a little bit, of a theme. So I'll go through what you might need for this. The first thing that you will need, metal. So, you can get whatever size metal works for you. My boxes, I believe, were 670 by 470 by 180 high. And it's tall enough to fit all my models that I currently have in the Astra Militarum, which is, quite a few of them. I even have a Knight Castellan that doesn't fit standing up, but he does fit laying down, which is pretty good. You can, get taller boxes too. So if you even wanted to get a box just for your knights, you could do that. And that would be great. You'll need some adhesive. This is to stick the metal down onto the bottom of the tray. I use Sikaflex liquid nails, but you can use whatever you want. You'll need some nuts, bolts, and washers. This is just, help the glue as well. So I drill down into the corners of the metal, and then I put a bolt. I put 2 washers either side of the metal, and then a nut on the bottom. That's just, so it doesn't clamp down on the plastic and wreck it up too much. Next up, you'll need a drill and a drill bit. That's just to drill through the metal and the plastic. I guess another thing I should say is for the metal, I used a grinder, but I've also used, just regular metal snips, straight edge metal snips. But so, whatever works for you. If you're, if you have a grinder available, great, use a grinder if you know how. If you've got metal snips, just use metal snips and, be sure not to cut your hand. Next up, you'll need a box, which, like I said, mine one is like this. So that's how it comes from the shop. It's pretty large. I can fit, 2,000 points in this box easy, even with even more units. Then last up, this is optional. Paint pen and some creativity. So, you don't have to put all this design in here if you don't want to. I choose to because, like I said, I like to keep it in theme and, I think that's the main benefit of boxes. You get to carry it around, and I like to think it's like a dropship cargo bay for my army. Like I've got a Krieg army, so they've requisitioned their dropship and they're just flying around and dropping their troops off out of the box. And then I'll just kind of go through some in-progress shots. So if you can see, so that's me, that's the metal after I've cut it up into a nice square. I've started ruling it off. Then you probably don't have one of these, so I didn't bother putting down as something to add. But this is a cameo cry cut. And with this, I use it as like a stencil to cut out all the little bays and the words. And that's pretty simple if you know how to do it, but you don't have to. It's just that's literally just bookbinding vinyl. And this makes it a lot easier. Like, if you were inclined, you could probably just write words or just not do it at all. Then, as you can see, I've glued down the stencils I've made. I've just used regular house paint, like white paint. This isn't model paint or any kind of thing. You could probably spray paint this if you wanted to. I was just lazy and did it quickly, so I've just used normal painting paint. I think Montmart titanium white. A nice little clip. And there's kind of the finished product of the box. It's pretty clean. I like the also after stage. Just put a little bit of grime on there. That's just you know, like watered down black paint, watered down brown paint. I just drip it down top. You know, oil spots. I probably did a bit too much on this one, but still does the job. And then, you know, that's all dry, and that's pretty much the finished product. Now all you have to do is, like I said, screw it into the corners, put the glue down. Now just put weights to hold it down as it dries. And that's the finished product, all ready for, you know, as much army as you can fit. This one came out pretty clean. You know, I'm pretty happy with it. I've got 4 of these boxes currently, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another cool idea I had with them is if you have enough of them, you could even set them up to be like a boarding patrol box. Like, if you have the designs on there, be like, you know, the internals for ship. And just set it up as like a boarding patrol battlefield, which I think would be a cool idea. I don't know if I will actually get around to doing that, but that was an idea I had. And like you see, I've got a whole, that's my almost 6,500 points in 3 of these boxes. I've now got the 4th one to even expand further. Hopefully get up to, you know, 12,000, 16,000 eventually. But they do the job, like I said. And I think for what you get, they're probably one of the best boxes you can get. Let me know if you decide to make this yourself, and, you know, maybe send me some photos. Thanks for watching, and hope you watch the next video.